Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is episode 40 of Sandy Bay 19. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome back to Sandy Bay. It is day one of summer, so a few days have passed. We go into the menu here. I added another fertilizer state to all of our fields, so 2 and 1 need one, and 6 and 41 need one more. Let's see if they're in the next grow state. No, so they're still in their, I don't know, it looks like, is that the second one? I feel like that might be the second one actually. So I might be able to go knock another fertilizer state out today, which would be great. Grass is ready, so we're gonna try to mow that and get that taken care of today. I did knock out 2 contracts. It was a contract on this field fertilizing and this one, so the 2 biggest fields. So we got 41,000 from that. Also, big shout out to Kyle, who makes all the mods and different stuff for Farmer Cop. So thank you to him again. He explained that when I'm doing course play like on a field like this, I can have them avoid the island. So I did course play to fertilize that. Way easier. So yeah, that's much easier. It looks like the fields are doing well except for this little chunk here. So other than that, and there's a couple areas that were never planted or plowed properly, and everything should have herbicide on it, so there shouldn't be any worries about that. Also on our last save game of Sandy Bay 19, like if we go over to visit here, we have in storage here, we have 55,000 liters already. In the previous save, we have 254,795 liters. So we have a lot more digestate than I thought we had. So we're good to go on that. I didn't do any fertilizing with it, just because it's easier to do it as one of the first states. So we'll start probably doing that later on, which I can't remember. Did we ever upgrade our... I thought we upgraded our... Did we ever get a digestate spreader? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. Oh, also too, I guess I was not unfolding this, so if you're one of the people screaming at your screen for me to unhit the X button to unfold it, so we might revisit that as well. Let's hop back up over here. Right, sure. There you go. But so yeah, and cows are doing good. Again, we sold milk in the last episode. We're already back up to 21,000 liters, which is awesome. Took care of them. I've been just taking care of them every night, so I'll take care of them again tonight, and then they'll be topped up again. So shouldn't have to worry about them all day. Yeah, other than that, there's not a whole lot else going on. We might, because I need to do some hay. We need some more hay bales. So if I bale part of our area, let's go to weather here. If I cut it today, good drying potential. Yeah, there's no rain coming up Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, so it doesn't look like there's any rain coming up for a while. So and it's good drying potential today. So I think we are going to go ahead and this is me excessive. I'm going to try to do course play on 21, and I'm going to try to make it a hay field and do this as hay. That's going to be a lot of hay bales. If we have extra, we'll just sell them. It's not that big of a deal. But I think we should be able to, because I wonder actually, can we sell hay bales to the BGA? I can't remember if we can. Yeah, we can for a decent price, 180. Yeah, 180 per 1,000 liters. So not as much as silage, but again, that's a lot easier. So that actually isn't that bad of an option for us. So we may end up doing some of that. And it's not that easy to throw bales into the digester. So, yeah, everything's going good. Sorry, I'm just looking at all the different stuff. A lot of this is maize plus stuff, which I'm gonna try to do a tutorial on. But yeah, so a lot of different maize stuff. So so I don't know, field grass, I guess it does say grass in the name, so I guess I should have assumed this, but it kind of shows up as grass, a grass texture on the map. So if we go, where's somewhere I can visit one of our fields? No, we're close. Anyhow, so if you go out to, well, we could probably do this. We go this way towards our fields. I'll show you what I mean. I guess 5 is the one, huh? So I guess we could have just done this. Now I'm jumping around all over the freaking place, but oh, it looks different now. Well, it still looks kind of like grass. You can see it over there. I wonder if I can climb this fence. I guess not, but you can see it's kind of a grass texture over here. So yeah, it's just a little bit different, but I think we're gonna try to bale this into hay, and I might actually sell this chunk of land. I know I was talking about that, but if I can't use course play on it, which I don't think I can, I mean, I guess I could write a course, but I don't really want to do that. So 181, we could get, I mean, you could probably get 30. How much is 34? 34 is probably expensive. We could probably just get 34 instead of do that one, do 34 as well. So maybe we'll do that. let's go ahead and sell that. In worst case scenario, we can always buy different stuff back, and we'll buy that field. So we're gonna be up a little bit from that, but we still have a lot. I mean, we have a lot of cash. So let's hop over here. I think I'm gonna use, where is this guy, the fence for baling. So let's see if we can't get courseplay set up on that. And that does have islands in it, that field, but now that I'm an expert at courseplay, I know how to get around that. No, I'm just kidding. Definitely not an expert on courseplay. We'll try the McConnell Reach mower again today too. I know I mentioned that, but we'll try that as well. Okay, let's get our mowers hooked up. And also too, we'll say, hopefully you guys aren't too sad about this, but we are going to end Sandy Bay. This is the third to last episodes. We'll do this episode and 2 more, so just this week of episodes. And we're not going to do one on Friday. We're going to do one on Saturday, because on Friday is the live stream event, which if you don't know about that, we're going to do a live stream event, which will be special perks if you actually watch it live. Different stuff that you can get if you want, I believe specifically to PC players. So if you're a console player, it doesn't, I guess, actually matter that much, but it'd be awesome to have as many people as possible join that, because I think that'll be super cool. It'll be my first thing I've ever done live as well. And yeah, so we're going to do that 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So depending on where you're at, you kind of, and to put that in perspective, my videos normally go out at noon Pacific Standard Time. So it'll be 2 hours later than my normal videos will come out when we do the live stream event. It'll be about an hour long, probably would be my guess. It will be available to watch afterwards, but again, there's special perks if you watch it, if you're a PC player, different stuff you're going to get out of that. So I recommend watching it. Obviously, it'd be great just to have a lot of people there watching it while we're doing it. I think that'd be super cool, but we'll still do it if we got 10 people watching. But yeah, so I just wanted to mention that, and that's kind of a 1,000 subscriber special. Is kind of how we're gonna go about that. But yeah, so after Sandy Bay wraps up this week, I am like probably every 2 weeks gonna do like a Sandy Bay Saturday, where on a Saturday I release like a really long Sandy Bay episode, like an hour or so. So that's kind of what I'm looking at doing, but we'll kind of see what happens. All right, let's do this. Horse generation, 2 tools. Let's do the 9 meter working with, probably lower that down just so it gets it all. Field, can I do 21? Oh, I can't do 21 either. Can I do 34 even? I can't. Okay, 34 picks up, but it doesn't pick up field 21. So we're probably going to sell 21 as well then, and we'll get some other grass fields, which is not that big of a deal. So we'll go try that out. I guess I don't need to fold that one. That one's not the issue. That one is the issue. There we go. So we'll go try field 34 out. I'm sure it'll work on field 34, especially if it's not working on here, which actually we also need to... oh, it's on widespreading. Okay, perfect. I'll say we need to change it if it's not on widespreading to widespreading, so we actually get the desired result of hay that we're looking for. Okay. We'll see if this guy gets stuck on some things. I'm hoping it doesn't get stuck in the trees. That's the only thing I can think of that would actually cause it really a real issue. So let's go ahead. Horse generation. Zoom in here. Yeah, so I don't know why. Field 21's not on there, though, for sure. So I guess that one just doesn't count as a field because it's kind of part of the sheep pasture, which I think this... I don't know how it all works down there, but I've never done sheep on this map. 7.5. I don't think it's registering that. Let me go back into course generation now. Now it's registering that. Okay, 34. 2 tools. Circle around. I recommend just doing that a bunch of times. Simple. We'll do that. Does it think there's any islands in there? No, it doesn't. So it's just gonna... I don't know what that little lines are, but regardless, it doesn't matter. So we'll do first waypoint. Okay, and we'll see if it's actually gonna run both mowers like it's supposed to. Oh yeah. I gotta see this course that it's trying to take here. Well, it's not on the course, so let's stop him for a second. We'll do first waypoint again, but let's see. Let's see where it thinks the tool's at. Okay, let's move that back significantly. That's what you should be registering about there. Weird that it's going about it like that. Yeah, that should be fine there. That should be fine there. Weird. Let's try that again. Okay, well, it's getting... I think that's what we want it to do. We'll just see how bad or good it does. That's kind of just what we'll have to do for that. But it is mowing, so let's sell this guy here. Sell. Yes, so 200,000. So I'm thinking we could do that one, and 29 is 100, which is 2870. We probably could do 29 as well, since we got a little bit over in the last one. Yeah, so we'll do that. So we have 3 grass fields now, and we got rid of these 2, and we probably have as much, if not more, space. So yeah, now it's doing what I think it should have been doing. I think it's doing what it's supposed to. Anyhow, I'll let you guys know if it worked or didn't work or had any issues, but I think it's doing okay right now. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Yeah, so there's the field grass field. Now they're over here. So this is the field grass. So I don't know how, but it says it can be harvested if we go, well, if we go into the store. It said, as these guys have field grass on there, and then if we go into headers, field grass. I'm assuming you're harvesting it like it's a grain crop. And that has to be. I guess technically speaking, like wheat and stuff's a grass as well. We just think of it as a grain oftentimes, but okay, yeah, we'll see how he does what he's doing there. That's what I have for you. I'm probably gonna go try to get some fertilizer states. Let me see where we at here. Yeah, enter that guy. So I've been using this guy to fertilize just because it works. It's just kind of outworked out. This guy has narrows on it, so it's not that big of a deal to fertilize with this guy. Let's get this guy loaded up for a day of fertilizing. I actually was using the solid fertilizer spreader as well. It worked pretty well, especially for, it did field 24 really quickly. Like I got field 24 done way faster than I got field 22 done. Like it took less than half the time, just because it has such a wide working width. So that worked out really well for us. You drinking coffee? I'm slowly switching into a day shift rhythm, which is kind of weird, getting up early and trying to go to bed at night. I've been going to bed at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Anyhow, just because I've been trying to get used to it, because I'm used to staying up all night. Because I go to day, well, on the 4th of July, I'm working noon to midnight. And then on July 5th, I'm working 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And then on the 6th and the 7th, I'm working 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So that's when I actually switched to a day shift, or a 10-hour day shift schedule, since we're going to 10s. So we're going away from our 12s, and I'm going to day shift. So only good things are happening at work right now, as far as my schedule goes, at least. But yeah. So actually, I'll do this field here. I haven't tried this one. I did this one with the solid spreader, so I haven't tried this one with bypass islands on. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know, because it has the boom, so I don't know if it's going to be able to get over to it or not. So we'll just kind of try it out. What's the worst that could happen? It could just go terribly wrong. All right, course generation, we'll let that fold all the way out, since it has to kind of do that to register. Perfect, and we're going to lower that down to, I've been doing just 19, because it makes it so there's less areas that it doesn't get. We do circle, let's do simple and see how that goes. I've never done simple before. Field 1, around as many as possible. Ooh, it's process. Ooh, okay, all right. That's perfect. Yeah, that's awesome. So I guess it's just gonna go around where it can. Fantastic. All right, Courseplay, you're doing pretty good. I'm pretty impressed by you now. That if you can make this work without me having to come down here and fix you a bunch of times, I will be thoroughly impressed. All right. Make sure we're actually getting a fertilizer state put on. Because Courseplay won't care if you're doing a fertilizer state or not. Okay, it is perfect, but I also noticed this. I'll just fix what he doesn't get. I mean, that's still way better that he's... I don't know why. If you're watching this and you see what I'm doing wrong, please let me know. I have no idea why he's elected to... Well, because it's such a wide... I don't know why the course is so spread out like that. It shouldn't be that spread out, really. let's do, well, I mean, I'll do some experimenting with it and I'll figure something out. But anyhow, I will see you guys in a little bit. I don't know when that's going to be, but it'll be later on. So I'll see you guys then. All right, folks, welcome back in. So just an update. If you hear any meowing or anything in the background, that's just my kitten. He tries to drive me crazy only when I'm recording. So there's that. Over to this. So I have this mowed. This is all spread out, so we're going to bale this once it dries. These two I have mowed into windrows. I think what we're going to do, instead of collecting this and putting it in a silage bunker, I think what we're going to do, so we still get the silage money, is we're going to bale these and make silage bales. And this gives me the chance. Oh, by the way, just a quick note too. I know if you guys commented in the last episode about how we should spend our money, I don't know yet because I'm recording this before that episode comes out, so I didn't really think that one through. But still leave your comments in that previous video or this one or wherever, you know, about how we should spend the money. But we're about ready to spend a small chunk of our money right now buying a couple new pieces of equipment that I'm very excited about. So if you remember the Kverneland DLC pack, it released, stand by, this thing right here, the fast bale, which bales round bales continuously and wraps them continuously, does it all at once. I think we're gonna throw on pink, maybe green, I don't know, doesn't really matter, so we'll just do that. That's fine. Use Kverneland Vicon. We'll just leave it at Vicon. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. Michelin's are a little bit more. Sure, that's not too bad. We might do, well, I don't know, I kind of like the Trailerborgs a little better actually. Okay, so we're gonna buy this, which I know is very expensive, and then to move the round bales around, we are gonna buy this guy right here. So yes, I know that's $160,000 we just spent. We're still at almost 200,000. I mean, we've done tons of work and contracts and stuff like that. Right now there's a couple of fertilizing ones. I'm probably not going to pick them up because I don't want to do them unless I can get a bunch of them knocked out, or a couple of big ones, which yeah, we'll deal with that later. But also too, to note, all of our fields are 3 fertilizer states in, so we don't have to mess with them until harvest comes, which is going to be awesome. So harvest will either probably come in the next episode, quite honestly. But let's go back in here. Let's reset this guy. Yes. Okay, and reset this guy. Yes. Okay. I gotta have you guys in here when we use the Vicon fast bale. This is my first time ever using it, period. So I'm really excited, in case you haven't noticed. But regardless of what you've noticed, I am extremely excited to use this piece of equipment. This is probably I mean, I would have paid $15 for the DLC just to get this one baler. Let's go ahead and unfold it. Oh, look at that thing. This thing is just a beast. Oh, there's our areas there. So I was still having issues with using courseplay on these fields, getting the mower to work, I think. And what I realized, it was using 2 tools. So what I did was I had it go over it with a 9-meter spread width. I'm using the one that swathed it, and then I had it go over the same path again with a small mower and get all the stuff that it didn't get, essentially. So it worked out pretty well. Yeah, in general, it worked out pretty well and got most of it. And then over here, when I was doing the spraying with the sprayer, it did fine, or it would have done fine, except for it was my fault. It would have avoided the islands, except for I set the work width back because I wanted to have a little bit of overlap to make sure it got everything. And that was my fault. So setting it back, it thought it was not as wide as it actually was. So it tried to go through some of the areas where it couldn't. So that was completely my fault, not Courseplay's fault. So I cannot blame Courseplay for that one. All right, here we go. We are fast baling. Oh, I don't think I've ever been more excited to use a specific piece of equipment in my entire life. Like I just, a baler that the non-stop round baling has never been a thing, especially with silage. I don't even think you have to drop it off the back. I think it just chucks it off the back. Look at this thing go. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's not very fast going, but who the heck cares? This thing is legit. And it should just dump that bale off. Oh my gosh. Right in time for the next one. I I'm just sitting here watching this with my mouth wide open. And I know I didn't get the edges very well. That was the worker's fault, we'll say. I could have gone around and gotten them. I'm not too worried about it. We'll make some good money off of the silage still doing this, but this is, holy cow, this is ridiculous, guys. I've had dreams about being able to do this. I mean, not really, because I never knew it was a piece of equipment that existed in real life, or that it'd be ever something we get on or not on consoles, on Farming Simulator. I play on PC. I have no idea why a lot of consoles. I think it's because answering a comment question that involved consoles a little bit. Oh my goodness, this thing is amazing. So yeah, we'll haul them. We'll use our auto stack to pick them all up. And I know some of them probably roll down the hill, but it's fine. We'll go find them. The good news is I chose green foil, which is probably the worst color. So now they'll blend in. So that is the good news. I mean, there's really no better news than that. But this is awesome. And as dry out as it is, I won't have to TED the other field that we're doing hay on, the one that I have this widespread. So not 29 and 30, you see down on the screen, I think it's 34. So I won't have to TED it at all, I just have to wait for it to dry. So it probably won't dry today, but tomorrow will probably be fine to bale, so. And we'll probably end up doing it off camera because we have this episode. Well, I don't know, we'll probably do some baling maybe next episode too. Because after this episode, we have 2 more. Yeah, so the harvest episode might be a little bit longer of an episode just so I can... Because I want to finish this year out, or... Yeah, I want to finish most of this year out. And maybe get into winter a little bit and get everything sold off, kind of see how we're doing. Because we have... yeah, that squeaking noise you heard in the back. I don't even know if... I can't even tell if it's going to pick it up on the mic or not either, but... you heard a squeaky noise or something, that was my cat. Oh, and see, the work speed kind of varies. Like, it kind of goes from 6 to 5, kind of depending on what it's got going on and what it can pick up. So it just makes sure it has room. It's kind of cool. It's so cool. Oh my goodness, I love this thing. I mean, it's the same speed as like pelleting, which is cool too. Which that's the other thing we could have done with the grass, is we could have done some pelleting and stuff with it too. But I don't think field grass is going to give us a swath of anything. Maybe it gives you a swath of grass. I don't know. But we'll just kind of see. I don't even know what it's going to look like. I've never done field grass before, so I'm curious about that. And then we'll have lots of potatoes too to process through our machinery. So we're going to have, I mean, we're going to have quite the, I mean, I'm not too worried about spending the money on this thing because we're going to have a ton of money coming in from harvest as well. Yeah. This thing's legit. Oh my gosh. It's just getting it all. There's just no stopping it. I mean, that's what it's supposed to do, but still. This is amazing. I know I've said that 50,000 times, but I just can't get over how amazing this thing is. Oh, missed some of the grass there. Not even driving in very good lines. Just I'm so astonished by the... I don't care if we miss some of the stuff out here. It's not that big of a deal. It's gonna rot off. It's not like in normal gameplay where it just stays there forever until you pick it up or do something with it. And this one, it'll eventually rot off. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, this is just incredible. Well, while we're doing this, let me actually have a couple things to note about police stuff. So Jeff C commented, I believe it's on a No Man's. Yeah, I was on the No Man's. I was doing some different things in No Man's Land. I was hiding and doing some speed enforcement in the police charger. If you've been watching No Man's Land, you know what I'm talking about with that. But Jeff C made a comment, and I'll bring it up in here, and then I'll also bring it up in... Oh, my cat knocked some stuff over. That's fantastic. Anyhow, and I'll also bring it up in No Man's Land. But Jeff C commented saying... because I was hiding in my police car to catch speeders, and he just thought, you know, he's like, oh, is that considered entrapment? It seemed like he's just asking to see if he could, you know, he didn't know if it was considered. That's a very common misconception, is that if we hide or turn all of our lights off our police cars and, you know, go somewhere where you can't see us and then start pulling people over for traffic violations or violations, that it's entrapment. It is not. So there's no federal regulation, at least not that I'm aware of, that prevents that from occurring, and there's no law in the state of Washington that says you can't do that. So it is a very common occurrence in Washington. I do it often at work. Yeah, so we don't have to be visible to anyone to pull you over for anything. We can be hidden in bushes or out of the way or off the roadway. we have some speed stuff that can give us the ability to get your speed from half a mile or more away. So sometimes if we have officers that are hidden in areas and we have another officer at a different location, you know, using LiDAR to get speed and stuff like that, we can kind of do that sort of thing with speed guns and stuff like that to get people speed and do traffic enforcement that way. Now, again, that's a little bit more complex, and that doesn't happen super often for me specifically, but also a lot of people don't know this. The Washington State Patrol has an airplane that flies up and down the interstates, and it radars vehicles down below and gets speed and then gathers license plate data for that, and then it radios, and there's people on the plane that radio down to troopers or state patrolmen that are working, and they will go pull people over for the speed they were going that the plane caught you going. So the plane can catch you going, and you can get pulled over like 20 minutes later. Like, you might even be going the speed limit when you get pulled over, but they'll be like, nope, your license plate and everything matches what the plane got at this speed, and they can give you a ticket for that. So you're never really safe in Washington from speed enforcement because they have that going on. So just be aware of that. If you're ever in Washington, be careful about your speed. Now, obviously, if there's a bunch of people speeding, they're not going to get everyone, and nor do they want to get everyone. They're just trying to get the ones that are the worst. So if you're not that bad, you should be fine with the plane and everything. But yeah, so just be aware, Washington State Patrol does have a plane they fly up and down, which is definitely a nifty feature, or nifty thing to do, I think. It's something creative for sure. Whether or not you agree with that or not, just kind of is what it is. But yep, that is something they do. So just be forewarned if you're ever in Washington. But yeah, I don't know, I thought I'd bring that up. That's kind of an interesting topic. And yeah, that's a very common misconception that people are like, oh, police have to have at least their parking lights on or they can't pull you over. Police have to be visible to some degree or they can't pull you over. So that is not the case. I don't know if that's a case in different states. I can't really speak to the laws of all the other states out there, but in Washington, that is not illegal for police to do that. So just be aware of that if you live in Washington or if you're ever in Washington. All right. And most states, I'm going to go with on a limb. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that most states would allow that as well, since Washington generally is one of the more restrictive states on what the police can and cannot do. So just having that in mind, a lot of states probably do have that option. All right, well, let's take a break from doing this. It's still going to, oh gosh. Does it still dump it out if you get out of the, it probably does. Yep. All right, let's hop over to let's get in the John Deere. Actually, I think this would be a good one. We'll just leave that there. I'll take care of the animals tonight again. I think they're doing fine. Yeah, that'll be fine until tonight. Let's go see if we can't try to do some hedge trimming before we end out this episode. I'm going to see if just unfolding it is all I need to do, or if I need to do something else spectacular, but we'll see. We'll try the McConnell Reach Mower again. Oh, and I know that some hedges aren't mowable. I actually was watching Mr. Sealy P's video on this. So some hedges just aren't mowable, and it only trims them. It doesn't actually get rid of them, which I was under the impression that you might be able to eradicate them, but you cannot do that. So now I can't pick it up. Oh, is it knocked over? Yeah, it is. Let's see if we can't. All right, no one look. I'm cheating because I don't want to sit here and play this thing. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, we'll go around like that. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's try to get that up against there so it doesn't tip. There we go. There, we'll raise that up. So now if we set it down, it should be fine. Yeah, okay, so that was my bad. But anyhow, okay, we'll turn that back off. So X to unfold the mower, and that's how we get it off to the side. So there we go. I just said my name there, so I'll edit that out. Farmer Cop, you dinglebat. Now I don't know if these are mowable hedges or not, but we will. I don't think they are. I think if they have the, was it the brown in them, they're not mowable. We'll try a couple different hedges. Don't really need to, well, I guess we can lower it down. Doesn't really hurt. Oops. Nope. Get rid of courseplay. Oh, I sold that. Oh boy, we got to find some hedges to mow. I'm determined. Let's go try the hedges in between these two fields up here since we own both of these fields. So here's our hay drying out. All right, we'll try this hedge up here and see if we can't mow this one or trim this one down. There we go. If you can kind of see our mower leveling out there. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, come on. There. I don't think we're doing anything. Nope. This hedge must not be mowable. Some of them have to get pretty far down. Let's get that kind of like that, and then we'll lift it up. We can lower it down as needed. Let's try this hedge. Nothing. All right. The other option is, do we have a chunk of land we're willing to waste? Let's go over to our cow pen over here, actually. We've got an idea. We're just driving through bushes. That's fine. We have a hedge trimmer on, so it means we're allowed to drive through bushes. That's not really true, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It could be. It doesn't really matter. We're going to use the landscape tool. And am I actually destroying crops? Better not be. No, those are just tire tracks. Whew. I was about to be angry. All right, let's try to find the hedges that are, because you can paint them as well. Oops. Nope. I'll just try them all until we get hedges. There we are. Oh, we're gonna go trim those guys. Okay, now this will work. I'd almost be willing to bet money on it. Maybe not. Those are what the trimmable hedges, I think, all look like. So we have to find ones that look like that. So a lot of the hedges can't be trimmed, but there we go. Do you see that? It's trimming them down. So that's what it does, essentially, is it just trims them like that. There, we got her all figured out now. Oh, that's fun. It's just trimming the grass below it as well. That's why it's spitting grass out. So it's not from the hedges, I don't believe. Well, hey, now we can say that we have trimmed hedges somewhat successfully, even if it was semi-pointless. But yeah, so there we go. All right, it's gonna save that, I guess. There, now we have some nice, neat, tidy hedges. So, oops, we don't need that guy. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up this episode. I don't have anything else for you. So if you enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you have anything you think we should spend our money on, still drop a comment down below. Yeah, just drop a comment down below. Anything you think we should do different or anything like that. Yeah, guys, I do appreciate you coming and watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the channel. And yeah, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I may post. This has been Farmer Cup, guys. Thank you, and thanks for watching.